want to try it yet.
Say what's up, guys.
What's up, guys?
It's for my YouTube channel.
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What is YouTube channel?
It's just a video about like a documentary, kinda. Yeah.
Like people's taking picture?
Videos.
Videos like...
You just taking videos, different videos?
Like cut and accent?
What's up, y'all? My name is Midas, Cerauno. This is my brand, Visionaries. Shout out to Vinae for the interview and the questions. I feel like this would be a great interview right here, so yeah, stay tuned. Well, tune in, actually. Since the last time we talked, what's been new? Good news, bad news. What's been new? Good news, bad news. Good news is I'm back in Virginia. I'm in Tappahannock. That's actually where this interview is taking place, Tappahannock, Virginia. I turned some samples in for some hoodies that I designed right here. These will be releasing sometime this year or possibly next year. Bad news, I don't really have any bad news. I don't really like shining light on anything negative. Honestly, I like actually showing people that you can be the light in your own darkness, and honestly just I want to spread love and positivity as far as like my brand and stuff like that. I don't really like sharing too much of bad news because I use my negative energy and pain and stuff to make stuff like these, so not anything bad, honestly. Where did Golden CEO come from and what does it mean? Okay, Golden CEO came from back in the day, like freshman year, sophomore year. Me and my close friends or whatever started this thing called Glossy MOB, and I was the CEO of it because I started it, so I went by Glossy CEO, and then I changed it to Golden CEO because Golden was kind of like the name I was going after to as far as like my creative side and stuff like that, and honestly wanted to change my name to Golden permanently because I'm not really a fan of my first name, Sean. I'm named after someone I don't have a relationship with, so I kind of want to change my name, but not kind of, but I am, which is why I introduced myself as Midas Cerauno because that's actually the name I'm going for. What does it mean? It doesn't really have a meaning behind it. It's just kind of who I am inside, letting what's inside flourish. When will I be releasing women's clothing? Honestly, right now I'm doing everything unisex, so this would be for women and men, women and men. I do custom work, you know, for women and men, honestly. A lot of my women's clothing is actually in this journal right here. That's for later on when I start dealing with manufacturers and actually cutting, sewing and stuff like that. Honestly, right now I'm just doing a lot of custom designs and stuff like that. So if you need anything custom made or designed or whatever, hit me up on my Instagram, Twitter, whatever, UV account, it's whatever. What are some inspirations that have been based on your brand and clothing? Honestly, I don't have any inspirations as far as like my direction of my brand and stuff. all of my ideas are literally based off of what comes out of my mind and how I view things in the world and stuff like that, or what I believe someone would look nice in, or what I believe that I would look nice in, or just I have really no inspiration as far as like the direction of my brand or nor myself. Idol wise, Chris Brown, I like the idea of where he goes as far as his creativity. He has no limit. He makes music, plays ball, draws, paint, spray paint, has his own clothing line, does sings, raps. So I kind of like the direction of where he goes as far as his mental and creativity. But as far as like direction of my brand, I would like to say ASAP Mob is really a idol of mine as well, because I like how they keep everything in the family and do everything together, and everybody is known for what they do individually, but you know them as a collective as well. So that's where I would like my brand to go in the future. Journey so far, what are some things that you have learned about yourself and your brand? So far I've learned about myself, what I've learned is that I'm very dedicated to what I do. I'm very in tune with it. My life revolves around it. That's why this painting right here, UV Way of Life. I like, I'm just really focused, and nothing I do is outside of this. This is included in literally everything that I do. And as far as my brand, I realized that my brand isn't just one thing. At first it was kind of like, I'm gonna design clothes and then we're gonna make music. But now it's like, I'm gonna design clothes, I'm gonna paint, we're gonna do poetry, we're gonna produce videos, we're gonna make beats, we're doing music still, and we're literally doing everything. So working on the website, we're just really dedicated, and everybody's into it. So that's what I've learned about my family, aka brand. So yeah. What advice can you give anybody trying to follow in your footsteps? The best advice I can give anybody that looks or sees me as inspiration or motivation is, don't conform to anything that's cool in the world today, or what they're trying to make cool, or what they're making not cool. Just do what you do and focus on your journey, because a lot of people out here are against you but with you. And what I mean by that is, they'll tell you that, oh, this is nice, and do this and do this and do this, and then they'll bank off of what you're doing to create something whole differently, instead of critiquing your work in a more positive way to help you move in a direction that could be good for you and whoever else is on your team. So honestly, just focus on your journey, be your biggest supporter, be your biggest motivator. Don't conform to nobody or nothing. Don't listen to nobody. Just do what you do, and if you find it cool, just stick with it. Your morals and your beliefs and shit like that, just keep going, and don't ever give up on nothing that you believe in, because as long as this is your journey, you'll have to face these obstacles alone. Despite people trying to give you advice and shit like that, you'll have to face these obstacles alone, and you'll have to prove to yourself that you're dedicated. And as soon as you prove to yourself that you're dedicated, then there's nothing that can stop you. So that's my advice, to stay true to you. What's your biggest motivation? My biggest motivation is the pain and suffering that I've encountered during my life, growing up as a kid. People abandoning me, and people that I care about not being around no more, but still walking this earth. I guess that's been kind of my motivation to keep going and keep pushing on my lowest days. Honestly, my lowest days are my best days, and my best days are still my best days. So I'm honestly my biggest motivation. I don't really look to anyone besides God, of course, as far as motivating me or to keep going or push. I'm my own push, and I believe that's how everyone should be, honestly. So if you could describe your brand in 3 words, what would they be? I found this question pretty difficult the first time around when I looked over the questions, because we're so versatile, we're so flexible in what we do, that it's not really 3 words that I can use to describe what we do. I don't really know how to tackle 3 words and stuff like that, because we're doing literally everything. We're doing, like I said, we're doing designing, we're doing art, we're doing paintings, we're doing life quotes, we're doing poetry, we're doing music, we got producers, we got web designers. Like, we're creating this shit from the ground up. So it's not really 3 words that I can use besides family, because that's what all keeps us together, is the family that's within the business. So how much time would you say is good enough to put into your work and business? Honestly, there's not really an amount of time. It's really timeless. I say dedicate every single minute of your day and of your life to what you want to do in the future. Because if you don't, then it's not really important to you if you're not really dedicating or thinking about or coming up with something to better yourself and your business or your future in general. So it's really timeless. I say every single day, every single minute of the day, because that's how I do it. Every single minute of the day, I'm thinking about my business, or I'm thinking about my brand, or I'm thinking about how to draw a better design or painting or an idea for my best friends in their music or a music video or lyrics. Like, there's honestly no amount of time that you need to dedicate, because no specific amount of time at least, because if you're worried about the time that you've put in, you're only worried about the results. And it's like, where are the results? I've been doing this for damn near 4 or 5 years, and it's like I see no results. Any moment could be your moment. So honestly, it's really timeless. You decide when's the perfect time to do this or when's not the perfect time to do this. You control the time of your life. So it's honestly, like I said, timeless as far as how much time you should put in. Focus every minute of the day, honestly. Consumes your time other than your brand. What else consumes my time other than my brand is my family, my little brothers, Brooke and Brandon. Making sure my team is okay. As far as life-wise, outside of the brand, outside of our gifts and stuff like that, just our mental states. Make sure everybody's held together. I'm kind of like the centerpiece of all this. I like to keep people together. I put everyone on my back. My puppy Tarzan, he consumes a lot of my time and money. My little brother Alien God, aka Carlos Cerauno, Kane, Benzo, Dre, Limo, you know what I'm saying? Limo producing, and he's working on a website with me, so stay tuned with that. What else? Kind of connecting with people as well as far as my brand. It's really nothing else really consumes my time but my brand, because literally everything I do is to keep my brand up and stuff like that. Actually, our brand up and stuff like that, because if the people that I surrounded around this and built this, you know what I'm saying, from the ground up with, if they're not secure and doing well in life, their personal lives, then there's really no flourishing for this, because I can't do this alone. So honestly, making sure everyone else is good on my team, honestly, and myself too, as far as like, you know, my mental state and shit like that, and making sure I'm enjoying actually living life and experiencing life and shit like that, the good, the bad, the ugly. So honestly, life, enjoying life takes up a lot of my time. So one last big shout out to Vinae for this interview. She's got a lot of great things. I've been supporting since this was just an idea, so I really support you and shit like that. And you already know it's UV forever. So also get Benzo Santana's mixtape Black Spider, that just came out July 4th. So yeah, that shit crank. My favorite song on there is probably fuck all of them, but 7 a.m. in London is definitely my top one. But let me show y'all around this motherfucker. These are the hoodies that may be releasing this fall or next spring possibly. These are a couple of my paintings that I've done. I drew this, I drew that. These boots, I did these boots a whole year ago. I did this one as well when I was in Houston. Everything right here is what I've done in Houston. These produced in Houston. I drew this, never got to paint it, but y'all see where I'm going with that. My UV jacket, last jacket I did before I left Houston. You already know, had to drip a little bit. Did these jeans, I do jeans. My jeans and shit. I did these jeans right here. I call these reverse rip jeans. That's my design. So if you see anybody doing that shit, they stole it from me. This is one of my favorite jackets. This honestly represents actually everything that I do. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve. I express myself through these designs and doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, let me show them this cool shit. You see anybody doing this shit too, they stole it from me. You know what I'm saying? That's my UV man right there. This is the first jacket I've ever done like shit. First jacket I ever did when I was in college. Late 2015, early 2016. This glows in the dark. This glows in the dark. You got cheetah print right there. I named her Chloe. This glows in the dark. This glows in the dark. So, like I said, thanks, Vinae.
We don't gotta chill if you don't want. I just wanna talk, that's not enough. I had it rough, I was stuck, and give a fuck. Like a virgin, give it up. I pour a cup, you fill me up. Better wake up, do not be frontin'. Yeah, 7 a.m. in London. But for us, think it's time to get money. Come roll with us, you won't need to sober up. That's just how a nigga live on a daily. I'm a star, swear my team will never trade me. Couple seconds left, I go Tracy McGrady. I'm stealing women, better get your bitch to safety. I take you round the water, I should join the Navy. Life is moving fast, I still feel like it's my late teens. If you don't want me, girl, you need to tell me. Bitches in my phone, and I know they ready. I might give you the world, only if you let me. Never text that hoe again if she ever read. Push the pedal, screw my nigga from the ghetto. I only smoke the woods, I never caught no cigarillos. We are not adjacent, I'm too high, get on my level. Do not send me pictures if you got on clothes in them. Just a black spider when I spit a straight venom. I could go no written, fuck twerking, no ticket. We don't gotta chill if you don't want. I just wanna talk, that's not enough. I had it rough, I was stuck, and give a fuck. Like a virgin, give it up.
Hey, but hold up. Moment of silence right quick. Moment of silence right quick for
We don't gotta chill if you don't want. I just wanna talk, that's not enough. I had it rough, I was stuck, and give a fuck. Like a virgin, give it up. I pour a cup, you fill me up. Better wake up, do not be frontin'. Yeah, 7 a.m. in London. But for us, think it's time to get money. Come roll with us, you won't need to sober.